Domestic waste, industrial toxins, agricultural residue. There's no doubt that our rivers are highly polluted, and some, like the Yamuna, are even dying because of wastewater contamination. It is estimated that less than 20% of domestic wastewater and 60% of industrial wastewater is treated. That's too low. Inaction is no longer an option. Is there a science to reducing the amount of wastewater that ultimately resides in our precious water bodies? Can we repurpose this waste in a more progressive and sustainable way? Or perhaps some answers lie with the fine particle thrombostyle reactor. Wastewater contamination is a major cause of concern. 70% of industrial waste is dumped without treatment. India alone discharges 48,797 million cubic meters of wastewater every year. Each litre of wastewater discharged further pollutes about 5 to 8 litres of fresh water. What if we had a technology that brings about a complete wastewater recovery without the use of chemicals? Dr. Raja Vijay Kumar, a scientist from the city of Bengaluru, chanced upon an innovative idea. And the result? The fine particle thrombostyle reactor. Can you drive home some hard truths about wastewater, poor management of wastewater in India?
Industries are the biggest wasters of water. Okay, but then you cannot shut down industries because it uses water.
Right.
So you have to find out a solution that is beneficial for both the industry as well as to the environment. You have to strike a balance somewhere. Today the problem is that the concept of recycling, reusing and recovering the water is not very popular in our country, and to some extent it is a little bit popular in some of the Western countries. But then still a lot needs to be done in this area before we can say that we are zero in wasting water.
The fine particle thrombostyle reactor is an automatic computer-controlled reactor that uses high-intensity short-wave resonance to get rid of impurities. It's based on the principles of blood clotting in our body, technically known as the thrombostyle reaction.
Thrombus is formed when number of particles aggregate together, okay, and join together to make a bigger particles. All particles in water, dissolved in water, they are together with the clusters of water, and all particles are charged. They are charged on the outer surface with negative charges, and you have the inner core as a positive charge. So the idea is, if you would increase the positive charge onto it, the negative charges will collapse and these particles become chargeless. When they become chargeless, they all attract together because there is what's called a van der Waals force, which pulls all the particles together, and then you get all these solids into a lump, and the water is separated out very neatly. So it's then can be kind of filtered with any kind of filtering system.
What then become the unique features of your reactor?
One is you don't use chemicals. Okay. Then second is it consumes less energy. Third thing is you clean up water at a very low cost.
Kilometers from Bengaluru, the Kodagu district is home to many sprawling coffee plantations. Dr. Kumar's fine particle thrombostyle reactor is doing its job in this coffee processing industry. The state-of-the-art technology converts all the coffee wash wastewater into processed water.
In the coffee industry, to process 1 kilogram of coffee bean, you need approximately 36 liters of water. So that's a huge amount of water that goes in for making a kilogram of coffee. Now the idea is to reduce this. For that being the objective, we wanted to put this plant here. This is a pilot plant which process 25,000 liters a day, and the water which comes out is as good as water which we can drink, and this water can be reused in the process. That way there is no water discharge from the process, from the pulping process, which otherwise for every kilogram of coffee you have to discharge about 36 liters of water. So this would drastically bring down few things. One is the carbon footprint of the process. Second, the water requirement of the process from the point of view of wastage, and this is a great advantage to the industry.
A patented process that has the potential to effectively and economically treat wastewater and reuse it. The fine particle thrombostyle reactor is on a quest to achieve zero wastewater.
The very fact of this invention is that we wanted to recover water and recycle it into the system, so that what finally goes into the environment is as least as possible. So by this technology, when properly implemented, I think we can solve almost 95% of wasted water problems, and in both small scales as well as large scales. You can this one technology there where you can you can solve problems of small polluters with not spending much of their money. So these are some of the things which we can think of from looking at from the point of view of the Shunya of wastewater.